every holiday that comes by, we have get-togethers out in the street and things that just didn't happen in California. I don't know. I would say that there's a reason why they call it the Hill Country here. It was the closest thing that looked like California to us, and it just felt like home.
Wait, they don't have that in LA?
No.
So now your girls have all grown, they're in college.
Right.
Are you think that was the right decision? Today we're meeting with Eric, who moved his family from Los Angeles to Austin. Let's get the inside scoop.
Well, I have 3 daughters, and they were a very young age. I was living in Los Angeles, and we made the decision that we wanted to move to a place that would be better for families. And I had lived in Texas before, so I already kind of knew what this place was like.
Mm-hmm.
And I had, oh God, my twins were probably 7, and I had a 5-year-old, and we just wanted to go to a place where the restaurants had parks for the kids, play sets and stuff, and
They don't have that in LA?
No.
Oh.
I didn't have to worry about the kids getting into, getting into trouble, and just being in a safer environment. And we found this area of Austin, which we really love. We've been here ever since, and we're really happy we made the move.
What year was that? Because that's when we met, when we were looking for your house. But what year was that?
That was 2008.
Okay, wow.
Yeah,
that's been a minute.
Time flies. Yeah.
So so now your girls have all grown. They're in college.
Right.
Are you think that was the right decision to move from?
Absolutely. They turned out so great. They're all in college now, Division I school. I'm not going to say where they went, but I've got some of the. There's a hint right here. But they're all there. I just started my youngest, and one thing about the Texas schools are so good that, like, literally they were so ready for college. I didn't have any trouble getting them acclimated. They went there and just hit the ground running. So I would just say that for raising kids, I don't know that there's a better area. I mean, personally,
Mm-hmm. Right.
and they prepare them for college. Especially these schools around here.
Coming from LA, was there anything that surprised you moving here, or things you think might surprise other people moving from the Los Angeles area or Southern California area to Central Texas?
Yeah, I would just say, when I lived in Los Angeles, it was pretty common that your neighbors, you probably never even talked to them. And the thing about Texas is that people are very much more friendly. I'm not going to say everybody's more friendly. It's nothing like that, but just as a whole, it's a more friendly community. People tend to look out for each other, and you'll get to know your neighbors, and everybody kind of pulls together, and we have every holiday that comes by, we have get-togethers out in the street, and things that just didn't happen in California. I mean, one, for safety reasons, and two,
you feel safer here?
Yeah, you're a lot safer here. The reason in California where you don't get to know your neighbors as much is just because there's it's such a everybody's kind of tied in together really closely, and people kind of want their space there. And here it's just more spread out, and people are a lot more open and friendly. So
okay, next question. What was the difference in cost of living? I'm thinking of the major things we spend money on, whether that's food, housing, taxes, what else? Just going out.
Yeah, everything is much more expensive in California. My electric bill was probably 10 times as much as I pay now.
Seriously?
Yeah, I was paying like $1,200. I mean, my electric bill here is like $100 and something.
$1,200?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
You must have had a big house.
I did. Okay. But the thing about this area is, the cost of living is definitely lower. It's just easier.
What about income tax? Like, what did you pay in state income tax over there?
Well, that's the other problem is, that, they have a state income tax in California. So, literally I was probably paying close to half of what I made there.
Between federal and
state. Maybe a little less than that. But moving out here, I'm just, I save probably 15-20% there, from state income taxes.
Oh. Okay, here's a really important question. What's better, In-N-Out Burger or Whataburger?
Waterburger, 100%.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Because we do actually have some In-N-Out burgers now here. This has happened the last, I don't know how many years, but we do have some. And I'm a little, I don't know if it's good or bad, but I've never been to one. I go to Whataburger, I go to some other local burger places that are great, but it's kind of a competition between In-N-Out Burger and Whataburger. So since you've experienced both, I was curious
Yeah,
to ask.
I would just say this, like, in California, you don't have Waterburger, so you don't, you don't know the difference. So they get so militant about their In and Out burger because they don't know any better. It's the best burger in California for sure. But I mean, the food is so much better here in Texas. I always looked at it like in California, um, people kind of just eat to survive. They don't season the sides,
Really?
Yeah,
What
it
about, do they have barbecue there?
you don't want it.
Okay.
Yeah,
What about the Mexican food?
Mexican food's better here for sure.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, food in just general, we tend to take more time cooking it.
Yeah. Well, honestly, and this has happened probably since you moved to Austin. Austin has become this foodie, center.
Mhm.
We're getting a lot of the top chefs moving here, opening up restaurants, and it's
Right.
been a really big transformation. So it's only gotten better in the last 15 years that you've been here.
Yeah, no, we've definitely. I mean, I lived here in the '90s and I moved away and came back, and it's definitely transformed from a food perspective. Um, we definitely have hands down the best barbecue. Period.
Okay, there's got to be something better about LA, or something they have that
Oh,
we don't have.
well, the weather.
Okay,
I mean,
fair enough.
they beat us on the weather. Yeah, I mean, the
Um,
weather's great. The beaches. There's a California vibe that is definitely cool. Lots of stuff to do. There are some really great areas to go see there,
Yeah.
for
But
sure.
I would just want to add, we do have multiple lakes, which are really nice. There's a lot of boating, wakeboarding, sailing, fishing. We have lots of rolling hills here in Central Texas. So some people don't know that. They think, all of Texas is just a flat desert, which it is in some parts, but not here in Central Texas near Austin. So,
Yeah,
just
no,
countering that a little.
I don't know. I would say that there's a reason why they call it the Hill Country here. When we moved here, we it was the closest thing that looked like California to us, and it just felt like home. And even around our neighbors, or a lot of them are from California too as well. So it just looked a lot like it. So it's not flat like some parts of Texas. And it's pretty scenic. Yeah.
Yeah. And I know we've also gone to some music events together. So there's a lot of music, live music going on here in Central Texas.
Oh yeah, if you like live music, you can't beat it. This is live music capital of the world here. So,
Mhm.
um,
What was the experience like when you wanted to move here?
so yeah, we got connected over the internet, didn't we? And
Yeah.
Seth and I started talking, and um, we weren't really sure what area to move to, and then Seth sent us over a relocation package, and it really was really helpful because we were able to kind of nail down what the area, what we were looking for, and Seth really kind of helped us figure out what was the best area for us. And he sure nailed that because I'll tell you, like where we wound up, I would say that I can't see myself living anywhere else. I love this area. It's been really great for our kids, so it really turned out well.
Great. I'm so happy to hear that. I would just say I try to be a good listener, and then I try to offer as many options as possible, and I don't hold back. If I'll tell you the good and the bad of each area, of each builder, the things you want to know before you close on the house. I'm gonna try my best to share all that stuff with you beforehand, so you make the most educated decision you can. Pretty laid back, so I'm not an agent who's going to be hounding you, every other day. So you can reach out to me. You can send me a text. Just get in touch. We can, correspond by email or phone. But it's very laid back, and I understand that this decision takes time. Often months, and sometimes longer to really make that final decision, make the move, get educated on which areas of Austin, and sometimes you need to sell a property back where you're coming from. In all those cases, I'm here as an advisor throughout the process. There's no rush. There's no pressure. And so just send me a text. I'll send you the relocation package, and whatever questions you have about different areas of Central Texas, I'm happy to answer. So, anything else? Any other advice you want to give these folks? If they're
Uh,
thinking about moving.
I just kind of piggyback on what Seth was just saying. Seth is actually really good at what he does. I have talked to a lot of realtors, and I even kind of gave up moving at one point, and Seth just kept we just kept in contact, and wasn't a high pressure sale or any typical realtor stuff. We just kind of stayed in contact, and then he just kept giving me the right information, and eventually I was able to make the right decision. So I would highly recommend him for anyone that's wanting to relocate.
Thank you. Thank you, Eric. And thank you for watching. And I look forward to hearing from you. And whatever questions you have, you can either post a comment or just send me a text or email, whatever's easiest. Thanks so much. And we look forward to seeing you here in Texas. And I don't know if you knew this, but Texas or Tejas means friendly. So it's a very friendly place, and we look forward to having you here.